of this year's I'm a Creator contest, Kate Watson.
Vlogmas. Guys, this is a literal moment in history. I really don't think you guys, This is a moment in history. The way some people are just like, what the fuck is going on? We have a new background. Yay! It's very similar to what it was, so you might not notice, but also maybe you did. I still have all my Billie Eilish stuff, but I also added my Olivia Rodrigo poster, which... Girl, where are you?
Where's the album?
Where are you, Olivia? Also, one of my best friends, Evan, got me this Nessa poster, which is literally so cute. He literally custom made this. Like, are you kidding? Hi guys, it's Aiden. Welcome back to my channel. Happy Vlogmas Day 1. Because that's the thing. I'm gonna be doing Vlogmas this year. I'm horrified. If you don't know what Vlogmas is, it's basically this like annual yearly tradition that a lot of YouTubers do where you will basically vlog from December 1st to December 25th. I did do it last year and it made me want to kill myself. So naturally I'm doing it again. I typically don't tend to do things that are beneficial for my mental health. I'm working on it. No, but I'm actually so excited to be doing Vlogmas this year. Typically when YouTubers will do Vlogmas, they will just like vlog from December 1st to December 25th, meaning that you're literally getting a video every single day of December up until Christmas, which I am going to be doing. However, I'm not going to be doing like only vlogs this whole month. I will be like sprinkling in some like regular videos like this one just to spice it up, but also I don't have an interesting enough life for 25 days to vlog every day. I could vlog every day, but it would just be like boring and repetitive. I will be vlogging like most of the days, but every once in a while you're just gonna get a video like this. I predict that I will get through like maybe a week of Vlogmas and then I'm gonna have like a breakdown. So everyone place your bets, I guess. But anyway, today's video is not about my poor mental health. Today's video is going to be everything you need to know before camping for a concert. Just to preface, I've only camped out for one concert, and that was for Billie Eilish's Happier Than Ever World Tour, which I did do like an entire vlog on. Literally just like an hour and a half of the full camping experience, pit experience. I personally love that video. I don't know about you. Maybe you hated it, I don't know. So I've only camped out for like one concert. So I guess take what I say in this video with like the smallest grain of salt. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I think that I do. Really wanted to make this video because I will be camping out again for another concert, for another Billie Eilish concert in like 2 weeks. So that'll be fun. So I really wanted to make this video because I know a lot of my subscribers are Billie Eilish fans. I don't know how many of my subscribers are going to the Billie shows this month, but this video also isn't just gonna be like camping for a Billie Eilish concert. Like I want this to be like just camping for any concert. I also want to preface that every venue and experience is so different. Some venues might do things differently. It also depends on like how big the artist is. I'm gonna try and do my best to make this like a universal experience for everyone, but I'm only one person, and as Taylor Swift said, I'm only 17. I don't know anything. So I want to quickly go over why people camp in the first place, because I feel like there's a lot of confusion sometimes on people being like, literally, why do you need camp? Like, it's like, why is this necessary? The reason people will camp is because people with GA, general admission, also known as like pit tickets, when it comes to being in the pit, like you finna be in the pit.
I finna be in the pit.
It's pretty much just a first come, first serve. The first people there are obviously going to be the people that are closest to the barricade. Everyone else kind of just fills in the pit. Essentially, the reason people camp out is so that they can be like front and center. The first thing I want to talk about in this video is the so-called no camping policy. I want to talk about this because I see so many people on social media talking about camping and how you're not allowed to camp and how venues will say not to camp, and then they just get confused because people still camp even when venues will tell you not to camp. From what I've personally seen, 99% of venues will tell you that you are not allowed to camp. The problem is, people still do it. Typically, the reason that people are able to get away with it is because they will not camp on the venue's property. Like I said, I went to the Happier Than Ever Billie Eilish show back in April at the Forum in LA, and the Forum has a pretty strict, like, no camping policy, but everyone was just camping on the sidewalk. No, there's a lot of like controversy on whether camping is something that should be going on, whether it's safe. I totally get that. There are a lot of issues that come with camping and a lot of shitty people that kind of ruin everything. At the end of the day, like, it's not gonna stop. You kind of just gotta play the game. So if you are planning on camping, I do want to kind of talk about like what time you should show up. It's so different. It's so different. It's so hard to tell. Like, just get there at this time and you'll be like 50th in line, or get there at this time and you'll be like 20th in line. Like, every venue, every place, every concert is going to be different. However, I will tell you kind of the like factors that you should consider before camping. The first factor is the popularity for an artist. Obviously, if you're going to be camping for an artist, that means the artist is like very popular. I don't even know how to explain it necessarily. Kind of just like, you have to think about like the fan base. Okay, here's my thought process. Let's take two random artists, for example. We'll do Ed Sheeran and Billie Eilish. Both insanely popular. However, this isn't me shading anyone. Which artist's fan base is going to be more likely to have crazy fans that are going to sleep on the street for them? It's gonna be Billie Eilish. Also, the weather, I would say, plays a factor in what time you should get there. I live in Southern California, so I could be like completely wrong about this. Let's say there are 2 shows for Billie Eilish, one in California and one in New York, and you plan on showing up at like 5 p.m. the day before. I personally think that there are going to be way more people camping in California versus New York. California weather is kind of really easy to camp in. Obviously, it can get really hot and really cold at night, but comparing it to New York, somewhere where it literally rains all the time, I feel like there's not going to be as much people. That's not to say that people will not do it.
And these guys, jumping jacks to keep warm. You guys okay? Yeah.
In case anyone was like curious, when I camped out for Billie Eilish last year, we got there at like 3 or 4, like the day before. We ended up being like 200th in line, which is kind of crazy. Didn't even get barricade. So that was fun. Now I want to quickly go over the things that I recommend you bring. Most of these are self-explanatory, but I also just want to make sure that you know what you're getting into. I would really recommend bringing a tent. I know some people might not want to do that because it's a lot of work to set up. You might as well make this as painless as possible. Also, people always get confused on like what people do with all their tents and all their like belongings for the show. I should have mentioned this earlier, but essentially what you're camping out for is a wristband. The morning of the show, around like 9 or 10 a.m., they will start handing out numbered wristbands, and that is your spot in line. And once you get that wristband at like 9 or 10 in the morning, you're able to leave the venue. You are going to be asked to come back at like 3 or 4 typically. But I'm saying this because I really don't think you should hold back when it comes to like what you're gonna bring for camping. So you will be able to like put it away before the show starts, so it's like, why not like just be prepared. I really recommend getting a tent. Literally looking on Amazon, and you can get like a cheap 2-person tent for under $30. If you don't want the tent after you're camping, you can literally just give it to like a homeless person or a homeless shelter. Some venues will even put out like giant like trash bins for you to put in your tents, chairs, blankets, pillows, like whatever you don't want, and they'll give it to the homeless. Also, please bring food and water. Just take care of yourself. Camping is a lot. It can be very physically and mentally draining. Especially lately, I feel like we are constantly seeing people passing out in the pit at concerts. Please take care of yourself. Food, water, sleep. I want to briefly talk about the kind of community of camping as well as like drama. First and foremost thing that I want to preface everything in this video is, please, for the love of God, do not be that person that is starting drama in line. Whether it's drama with people cutting, people being rude, people faking camping, there's so many different things. Don't be that person. While camping for a concert can be very fun and a very interesting experience, it's also very hard. It's physically painful, it's mentally exhausting. I'm very aware this is like a first world problem and this is something that you're getting yourself into. It's a lot. The literal last thing that anybody needs. Don't try and cut because you will get called out and shamed for it. You think that a bunch of people who have just slept on the side of the street to get the best spot in line that they can are going to let you just cut in line and they're not going to say anything about it?
You are in for a rude fucking awakening.
Another thing that people will do to try and prevent people from cutting is someone who's near like the front of the line will go around numbering you. Most of the time they'll just have like a Sharpie and they'll just go around the whole line numbering people like on your hand, like 1, 2, 3.
105.
That way you can kind of get a general idea of like what number you are in line, as well as making sure that people don't try and cut in front of you. Also, something I was getting like a few questions on when people watched my camping vlog is where you go to the bathroom. So when I camped out at the Forum, they were nice enough to put porta potties like by where we are camping, which is gross, but literally where else am I gonna pee? I have a feeling that not every venue is going to be that nice, whether that means finding like a close McDonald's. There should be a bathroom like somewhere. That's pretty much all the information that I have for the actual like camping experience. It's gonna be painful, it's gonna be hard, but it's honestly a lot of fun. After you finish camping, we already talked about the whole like wristband situation, but again, at like 9 or 10 a.m. they will start handing out wristbands. Then once you get that wristband, you can leave. Now, this is obviously great. You are able to go back to your house or hotel, Airbnb, wherever you're staying, put all your stuff away, you can shower, maybe even take a nap if you have time. If you don't have anywhere to go after camping, you are able to just like stay at the venue until it's time to get in line. You do have to think about where you're gonna put your stuff and if you're just gonna like get ready in the front of the venue. I really don't have any more like tips on camping. You'll be led into the pit. Most venues try to make it a very like safe process. Like you're not gonna be fucking like Hunger Games cornucopia running like to the barricade. We'll normally have just like a bunch of security guards standing around to make sure that nobody's trying to run. Ow! But yeah, I really hope that this was helpful because I had one job and I hope I did that job well. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, all that stupid BS I'm supposed to say. I hope you're excited for Vlogmas. I'm terrified, but I'm also like very excited because there's a lot of very exciting things gonna happen this month. But I love you a lot and I will see you tomorrow. God, bye.